Test. Test.
Oh, this isn't right. Alright. We're organizing games today as a test stream. Hope you all enjoy this. It's been a long day, folks. It's been a long fucking day. Camera.
Hello there, how fare thee? Is this an Amoranth stream?
Amoranth? Yes, I'm about to walk out in a bikini. Hello. Oh man. Rest in peace to River Boar, by the way, wherever you be. So
the Foo Fighters are looking for a new drummer. Should I try out and become the new Foo Fighters drummer?
Yeah, if you want to be
OMG.
If you want to be fired in 2 years. But I mean, you'll probably make a lot of money.
Hello there, Randall.
Yes, so we are. I have my whole PS2 collection out here right now. I have some GameCube games, and my Wii games are over there. And essentially, I'm just gonna fill out my wall here. I'm thinking I can probably get about a shelf and a half of PS2 games. And I might also put Switch games on here as well.
Hi JBO Wave.
IJ what? Huh? But thank you everyone who's here. Appreciate that. I have rearranged my space as I posted some pictures. But
It's embedded in my head. I never hunted for the bread and butter. What I wanted was to be the one that they was scared of. Bootim never gonna get the credit for the sweat and blood I put up in the pen, and when I'm dead I wonder will they put me on a pedestal or forget I was ever this incredible. This is from Callus.
okay. Well, you know, Callus can join. He's just playing Claire Obscure, you know. He can speak himself. That was Marie.
I
What's up, Marie?
resubbed and TTS didn't read that lol.
So yeah, I'm just I just have all my games here. So the one thing that's gonna be really annoying is getting them all in alphabetical order before putting them on the shelf, because when I was pretty dumb and I just threw stuff onto shelves. So I had no rhyme or reason. I just, you know, I got a game and I threw it on there. Like Activision Anthology was next to Taito Legends, just to kind of, you know, show you what the non-organizational
How dare
stuff
you.
was. But this is my rectifying. This is my rectal exam. So yeah, that's essentially what the stream is gonna be. I just got back actually. I plugged everything in. I rerouted.
A before B, B before C, C before C. D's nuts.
Oh shit! They got me. So my main thing, I just got back. I rerouted all my cords to my computer. ReactBot, the second camera that I have. Lurk baits, all that stuff is just not active. I'm running bare bones right now, and that will eliminate like half of the setup from being the problem if it does freeze today. I really hope it doesn't. I just upgraded my RAM.
Can we fish?
No, you cannot fish. You cannot fish. But what was I saying? You can't fish. So I'm running very bare bones right now. Very bare bones. Just everything like that what a normal stream would be. I have my Elgato plugged in but not being used. I have my camera on, my regular microphone, and I mean obviously I don't normally have this microphone plugged in, but both of those are running. And then I just have everything like Streamlabs, Chatbot, and Touch Portal up on my computer right now. But Touch Portal stuff is not going to work because I don't want to run it fully. I just want to ease the computer into it, right? I don't want to overload it on the first day. So what the guy suggested is just this. You know, start.
What about shout outs? I highly doubt it.
Shout outs do work. Shout outs will work. I just have to double check and make sure that I have the have it over here. Alright, shoutouts should be good. Chat should be good, right? But yeah, essentially, I'm just running as bare bones as I can. I have the normal apps for streaming open, but they're not all being used per se. And then I'll slowly maybe add some things as I go on. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see if this works. Should work. And also, I'm still suffering from like some sort of allergy thing. Still suffering.
I need to get back up there. Oh. You fucking kidding me? Literally, I was literally
What the
looking
fuck,
up there. I was
whiny?
like, hey, I need to get back up there. And then they fucking kill me. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the life of being Elden Ring. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe
Oh,
this shit.
it's the famous clip.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's famous. Famous Jameis. All right. I need to start somewhere. I'm gonna start with the pile right in front of me because it has an A for Activision Anthology. Throw that there. Over the Hedge. This is a GameCube game. Oh, it's Batman: Rise of Sin Tzu.
If two witches were watching two watches, which witch would watch which watch? If two witches were watching two watches, which witch would watch which watch? If two witches were watching two watches,
I don't
which
remember
witch would
buying
watch
this
which
game.
watch?
Jet X02.
I think I did pretty good.
I'm not sure what that is. Grand Theft Auto, Lego Batman, Midway Arcade Treasures 1 and 2. We got some GameCube games here. Put those in the other pile. Ultimate Spider. Yeah, okay, the rest of these are just GameCube games. Next up, I will start with this pile. So my plan is to just order things from like, okay, here's A through, I don't know, here's A through C or whatever, and then G and I don't know. Honestly, I don't really have a plan. I'm just here. I'm just here doing my thing. I have a Guitar Hero stack here. A Guitar Hero Smash Hits, Guitar Hero Metallica. Oh, just kidding. That was it. I mostly have Guitar Hero games on the Xbox 360. Crash Nitro Kart. That goes over here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. We played that on a stream. Was not crazy about that. I got 2 Yu-Gi-Oh games here. One of them we did beat, the Duelist of the Roses. Which is that one. That's a Y. I'll put those over there. You know what's crazy? I just noticed. These GameCube games, they're GameStop. They have the GameStop barcode on them. Those are some old games I have there. Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, lovely. Ratchet Deadlocked. This is the infamous demo disc that Callus gave me, but I replaced it with an actual disc.
Make sure everyone check out the Just Callus vs Mike Tyson fight tomorrow, May 25th. Make sure you mark your calendars so you do not miss this huge event that he highly publicized about. Surely it'll be the 25th and not cancelled or moved to another date, because at Just Callus would never do that to his audience, right?
Yeah, right. This is another GameStop game, Madden 08 here. I don't have an M. Oh, yes I do. Midway, duh. So here's one that the 007 games kind of annoy me because this one is from Russia with Love 007, but the GoldenEye Reloaded game is GoldenEye Reloaded 007, so they don't match up. Same thing here. There's 007 Nightfire, and then there's From Russia with Love 007. Kind of stupid, if you ask me. So this would be F. With Sean Connery. I don't have an F place yet, so I'll just make one.
Make an executive decision and put all 007 games before A.
I'm not that crazy. Barnyard Classic.
F.
F. RC Revenge Pro. I have an R somewhere. Yes. Ratchet. Rayman 3. I still get comments on my VODs about this game, and one guy was like, you wouldn't hate it so much if you weren't so goddamn bad at the game. So I commented back, I was like, this is a great comment, God bless. And I thought it was kind of funny. Time Crisis 3. Do I have a T spot yet? Over there somewhere. Zapper. I'll put that with the Y's because there's not too many of those. Donkey Konga. ABCD. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Who out there remembers Donkey Kong December? This fan is probably making my hair all crazy. That's alright, I need it. Crash Twinsanity. The Thing.
Me, beaches.
May what? Here's a classic. Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Where's my L's? I don't have an L spot yet.
Let your sexy hair flow freely, Jessica 17 eyebrows.
Jessica 17 eyebrows. Metal Slug 4 and 5. I believe Callus gave me this one. Sealed.
Here is your L's. L.
L. I was expecting more L's, I will be honest. I was expecting more L's. The music pauses sometimes, and it scares me. Dr. Muto.
L, 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 L.
Here's the official first game that's going to be on the shelf. 50 Cent Bulletproof. Unless I have another numbered game around here. Burnout 3, another classic. This is a PC game. I need to put this in my PC games. Guitar Hero World Tour. Disney Pixar Classics, Monsters, Inc. I was going to play this for Halloween the year that I dressed up as Sully, but the game was so scratched up it wouldn't play. So, unfortunately, we won't be playing this one. So what, I put this under D for Disney, right? Disney Pixar. How about D for D's nuts? Fur Fighters. This is another one where the disc just is so scratched up. I couldn't play it. I think Kenobi wanted me to play it, but I was like, sorry, dude. This copy is so bad. I don't have an F spot, do I?
D4. Does Callus have a dick?
Only he knows that. We have the Time Splitter games. Time Splitter Future Perfect. Time Splitters. Where's 2? See, here's another... I don't have Time Splitters 2 over here. I mean, it's probably in one of these shelves. Or, places. There it is. I see it. I see it. Yeah, so I have Time Splitters. T for Time Splitters.
Yes, but I call it the Blue Rocket.
The Blue Rocket? I need to get, like, one of those things to, like, hold the microphone with. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. I remember I bought this sealed, and we played it. I remember it being, like, a decent hack and slash. I don't have a P spot yet. Alright, we got 3 Mortal Kombat games. Deception, Deadly...
That was a good motion you did. You should do it again.
I don't even know what I did. Deadly Alliance and Shaolin Monks. These are all M games. M. We got Red Dead Revolver. Need for Speed Underground. Do I have an N spot? N as in Nancy. I do not. Make it right there. Actually, I should probably I'll combine N and M. Speaking of M's, Metal Arms. Star Wars, The Clone Wars. I don't believe I have an S spot yet either. Oh, yes I do. SpongeBob. Oh. Here's a classic. Call of Duty World at War. Final Fronts.
N M N M N M N M N M N M N M N M N M N M N.
Here's a game that I've been trying to play. I totally forgot about it. Or I wanted to play, and then I totally forgot about it. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, the video game. I used to love this show. Do I have an H? Wait, I said I didn't have an F, but From Russia with Love. You see what happens, right? I get lost in my own sauce. All right, here's Time Splitters 2. Put that with those. Call of Duty Finest Hour. Terrible. This is a terribly this case looks terrible. The game at least played, I know that. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Goated. Shrek 2. I remember not having fun with this.
I'd be lost in your sauce too.
Yeah. Shrek 2, Stuntman. Shrek Super Slam, Goated. When's Callus gonna play Shrek Super Slam? I gave him the GameCube version so long ago.
From Russia with Love, James Bond movie.
Ed and Eddie the Misadventures. I don't think I have an E place. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E. I'm gonna put them on top of the F. Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. Indiana fucking Jones. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I'll put these with the H's. Burnout Revenge. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you?
Yeah, you got some work to do now. T. Black. One of the most famous covers for video games. I remember seeing this so much in the Game Informer back in the day. Never knew what the game was. Medal of Honor European Assault. Batman Begins. Star Wars Starfighter. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Killzone. Do I have a K spot? Remind me, do I have a K spot? No. I'm going to put it with the J's. KJ. Wait. Yeah.
Hello there, Star Wars games.
Yeah, I got some more here, but this is not one of them. I bought this game on eBay, and I remember buying it without it being CIB because it was more money. This is the Dwayne Rock Johnson game, Spy Hunter Nowhere to Run. I hate the look. I hate that I don't have something for that. We got Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. Ratchet and Clank Size Matters.
Did you hear about that? All the Star Wars
Still
Battlefront 2 players trying to break the highest player count in hopes to get a Star Wars Battlefront 3 made?
Yeah, the developers said they want to bring the band back together. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. Where's my T section? Did I not make a T section? All right, T, right in front of me. Oh, 007 Agent Under
Paul
Fire.
Robber.
Paul, sound commands do work, by the way. Sound commands are working today. I streamlined. The chatbot is up. SpongeBob SquarePants Light Cameras Pants. Classic Greedy Waffles and I game. S. Tony Hawk American Wasteland. Oh, there it is. Here's a game Callus might like. Jet Li Rise to Honor. I remember buying this.
Curse you, Callus!
Because it was so mint. J, so JK. Final Fantasy X, or X as they call it. Where is my F?
Jet Li Nice.
Where's my F? I swear I had an F. I'm losing my mind here. Did I combine it with something else? I don't remember. F. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Wait. Wait. Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. Didn't I already say those? Maybe I must have grabbed the wrong spot. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Hot Wheels World Race. That'll go into our ending pile. This game called Scalar, which I remember being like a Spyro ripoff.
No, you grabbed LOTR the Third Age.
I just put a Third Age over here. Maybe I accidentally have a GameCube version of Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Do I have an S? I don't think so. Alright, S. Donald Duck going quackers. That is our D. D. A, B, C, D.
You have S. Star Wars.
E. We're putting that there. Although, wait, is it Disney's? It is. It's Disney's Donald Duck. I swear I had another Disney game. I'm going crazy. Because it was Disney's... Oh my gosh, you know what I did? I put the M's over it because I saw Monsters, Inc. Disney... This is actually DreamWorks Over the Hedge. So we gotta put that there as well under D. Oop. Alright. Taito Legends. This includes Space Invaders, Phoenix, Zoo Keeper,
You have an
Battle
S
Shark.
file.
Ratsan, Space Invaders Part 2. I have an S pile? Where'd it go? Yeah, I don't know where it went. Sonic Heroes S.
Ooh, that includes Kiwi Craze 2, also known as New Zealand Story.
New Zealand Story? Uh, 007 Everything or Nothing. What comes first, 00 or 50? Probably 00. Arctic
Isn't it your
Thunder.
tallest pile next to your left knee?
The tallest pile is S, so yes. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I saw episode 3. Good call. Alright, so this is Disney Pixar Finding Nemo. So once again, like, the biggest letter on here is N, but it goes under the D's. Frogger Ancient Shadow. F over here. Greedy Waffles' favorite game, Reign of Fire. Jeep Thrills. I don't think I have a J, right? Or I do. I have a K. The K and the J are on top of each other. Yes, there we go. It's Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi. One of my favorite cover arts, by the way.
Rip to Reign of Fire will never be played.
It'll be played eventually. Don't you worry your noggin. Transformers the game. See, here's another stupid one. Secret Agent Clank. That's an S game. It's in the Ratchet and Clank series. Oh, here's the one Callus made me buy. BMXXX. And then we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I was going to play this because I was going to review Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Wonka on Ferret Cafe, and I was going to play this.
Opinion on
Never
a
got around
game.
to it.
BMXXXX.
I haven't played it, Callus. You lose. You lose. Devil May Cry 3. The only Devil May Cry game on the PS2 that I have physically, other than the collection version. See, here's another one. DreamWorks Madagascar. Which has to go under D. I don't make the rules, the organizers do. Katamari Damacy. Atari Anthology, very shiny cover there. Medal of Honor Vanguard, not a bad Medal of Honor game. Namco Museum 50th Anniversary with 14 arcade classics. Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Galaga, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Rally X, Pole Position 2.
D for DAMNJ.
Callus.
Yem the ferret got some sexy legs.
Callus. Xevious is on here. Dragon Spirit. Boscoian. Rolling Thunder and Mappy and Sky Kids. All on the Namco Museum here. I swear I had an N pile. Didn't I have an N pile? I think I combined it with the M's. Yes. So this is Resident Evil 4, but there is a Black Ops 2 sticker on the front.
XEVIUS, my darling.
That's weird. It is Resident Evil 4. That is weird. It is Resident Evil 4, though. It is Resident Evil 4. It had a Black Ops 2, like... It was, like, printed out on regular paper. I don't know. That was worth $5,000! No! Midway Arcade Treasures Volume 3! Alright, we got the trilogy, folks. We got the trilogy. Don't worry. Medal of Honor Rising Sun.
Exclamation point lurk. Greedy Waffles is now lurking and jerkin.
Alright, enjoy your lurk. Soul Calibur 2. Soul Calibur 2. The S pile is crazy. There's a lot in the S pile. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. Medal of Honor Frontline. 007 Nightfire. See, here's another one. This is a
Sell Soul Calibur 2 since it's coming to NSO.
Yeah, but this is the PS2 version of a Callus, not GameCube. This is another one that's like, well, this is kind of annoying because this is in the 007 series. It's a spin-off, but it's just called GoldenEye Rogue Agent. I've been wanting to play this one for a while. We might get around to doing that. That goes under G. Here's a classic. Classic Yemi the Ferret fans will remember this one. Ratatouille on the PS2. Ratatouille? Disney, call me, don't sue me. Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1, childhood favorite of mine. Shark Tale, but it's DreamWorks Shark
A friend
Tale.
brought over Rogue Agent once. It was rough, lol.
Yeah, you said that to me before, Callus, but I still want to play it. So this is the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. So it would be under I. Do I have an I pile? I do. Indiana Jones. And that's it for PS2 games. I believe that's all of them, besides from maybe one that I have in my show-off pile for the next Ferret 64. Tim Burton. There we go. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. We did it. So now we just need to organize this all onto the shelves. So here's the thing. Does it start on the left side, A, or does it start on the right side, A through whatever? I feel like I organized my Xbox 360 games right to left. So I think it would be A, B, C, D going right to left, right? Does that sound good? Anyone have an opinion on that? A on the right, Z on the left. Like, or maybe it would be like you were reading. So A would be on the left and Z would be on the right. What do you think, Randy? No, he's gone.
I do all my games left to right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's like you're reading a sentence. So let me move all this stuff over. Alright, so the S pile is definitely the largest. I'm gonna put the mic down. I shit you not, the music just abruptly stopped. Alright, we're fine. Good God. These. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Oh boy, this is gonna be H-I... Okay. I finally... Remember how I wasn't remembering that I had an F pile literally right there? Final Fantasy can finally go in the F pile. F tier, got him. L, M, N, O, P... No Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay. Alright. Okay, we have them all laid out. All right. So I'm going to start with the numbers. We're going to left to right. I feel like maybe I only have like a shelf and a quarter at this point. Just laying them all out. Then again, maybe two shelves. Maybe two shelves. I'm going to put the mic right there. It probably doesn't sound good at all, but it's going to be right there. Alright, 007 Everything or Nothing. Nope, 007 Agent Under Fire is officially the first game on the shelf. With Everything or Nothing.
Sounds good enough.
Nightfire, and then 50 Cent Bulletproof. Coming to the back. So, Agent Under Fire, Everything or Nothing, Nightfire, and 50 Cent Bulletproof. Let's hear it for Agent Under Fire. Let's hear it for Agent Under Fire, folks. All right, next up. Do I have to turn the gain up maybe a bit? All right, next is Activision Anthology, AC. Then we have AT or AR. URST. Okay, so Arctic Thunder comes next. And Atari Anthology brings up the rear for A. Alright, we're in the B's. We have Batman. No, Barnyard. Hold on. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. It says Nickelodeon Barnyard. You probably can't see it. It's probably too bright. It says Nickelodeon Barnyard. Can we ignore Nickelodeon on this one? It's so small. I'm choosing to ignore Nickelodeon. Who's that guy? Who's the fucking pedophile from Nickelodeon?
Lol, I don't think the Nickelodeon is part of the title.
Well, DreamWorks and Disney is part of the other one, so you never know. Dan Schneider. Fuck Dan Schneider. Alright, next is Batman Begins. Then Batman Rise of Sin Tzu. Next up would be Black. And then A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M... Oh, nope, just kidding. BMX, XXX is next, and then Black. Sorry, I'm still learning my alphabet. Next would be Burnout 3, because it has a number after Burnout, and then next would be Burnout Revenge. Alright. Next up, we got the C's. Looks like we're going to start with Call of Duty. So, if we're going to order this by name, it would be Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty Finest Hour. Can this stop falling over, please? And then Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts. Next would be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And now we have the Crash games and Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi is going to be last. So we got Crash Nitro Kart, Crash Twinsanity, and then Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex, because you don't technically count the, right? You don't technically count the, at least at the beginning. But I feel like that looks right on the shelf. And then we got Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi. You know what? I'm going to say it. The whole, like, DreamWorks Shark Tale, DreamWorks Madagascar, DreamWorks Finding Dory, or whatever, DreamWorks Over the Hedge. Disney's fine. Monsters, Inc. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say it. Fuck that shit. We're not ordering games by that. We're going by the actual name, which is Shark Tale. Donald Duck going crackers will still be D.
Write this.
It did it again where it like cut out randomly. I think it's because ads are running and I have an ad blocker. So now I need to redo this. LMNOP ABCDEF Finding Nemo, Madagascar, Shark Tale, and Monsters, Inc. So as of right now, I should say S is the largest pile. If you're keeping stats here, S is the largest pile, M is the second largest pile, and then T is the third largest. Pretty much tied with R. I don't know. Maybe that says more about me than the state of PlayStation 2 games. All right. D. Now we got Donkey Konga, Donkey Kong, Donald Duck, which also starts with a D-O. So we got Devil May Cry 3 on the shelf first. And then it would be Donald Duck Going Quackers. Donkey Konga, right? And then Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Right? Callus, I'm going to refer to you. Donkey Konga or Donkey Kong with no A? I feel like it's Donkey Kong with no A. Goes before Donkey Konga. And then Dr. Muto at the end here. With Ed, Edd and Eddy. The Misadventures, finishing off the first part of our shelf. Whew. I'm so glad you can share this moment with me. Maybe I'll even do Switch games today. Probably not. I'm going to keep them probably where they are. Alright, F. F. Frogger from... Fur? Alright, so Finding or Final? Final Fantasy. Finding Nemo. Isn't that great? Finding Nemo and Final Fantasy are right next to each other. I think that's just beautiful. Alright, so... it would be Frogger next. Frogger Ancient Shadow, From Russia with Love, and Fur Fighters. Cal's never responded, so I'm just going to assume he agrees with me. Alright, next up. Guitar... actually, Grand Theft Auto would be first. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Guitar Hero Metallica. Guitar Hero Smash Hits. And GoldenEye. Right? A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Oh, nope, just kidding. Actually, GoldenEye would be first here then, right? Golden Grand Guitar. Yeah, sounds right to me. Alright. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We got Harvey Birdman. And then we have the eyes. Indiana Jones, Staff of Kings, and Incredible Hulk, Ultimate Green Shit. We're into the J and then K. Okay, so this is interesting. The spine of Rise to Honor does not have Jet Li in the name. It just has Rise to Honor. So I'm going to switch that to the R pile. There you go. Alright, so J. So we got Jeep Thrills and Jet X 2.0. Then we have Katamari Damacy and Killzone. LMNOP. L. So we got Lego Batman the video game. Lord of the Rings. Wow, okay. Lord of the Rings Return of the King comes first, and then the Third Age, and then the Two Towers. I know, it's weird. M is going to be tough. We got a lot here.
Just made myself a chimkin sandwich.
Did you just say a chimp and sandwich? That's kind of gross. Midway. Mortal Kombat. Okay, so first game over here would be Madagascar, and then Madden. Next up is we got a lot of MEs, but it looks like Medal of Honor beats out, so it's gonna be Medal of Honor European Assault first, followed by Medal of Honor Front Line, followed by Medal of Honor Rising Sun, and then Medal of Honor Vanguard. Closing it out, we have Metal Arms, and then Metal Slug 4 and 5. And that is the entire second row done. Finally, we have the Midway Classics 1, 2, and 3. You might be wondering what are on these. Well, let's see. Midway Classics 1. Spy Hunter Defender. Joust. Clax. Root Beer Tapper. Satan's Hollow. Gauntlet. Gauntlet is on here? Okay, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Gauntlet is on this. Alright. I love Gauntlet. Midway Treasures 2. Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 are on here. I cannot...
Opinion on a game. KLAXX.
I don't know what that game is. Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 are on here, along with Gauntlet 2, Narc, Total Carnage, Cyberball 2072, Primal Rage, Rampage World Tour, and Wacko, along with others. That's these collections are kind of goated, I'm not gonna lie. And then we have number 3 that has Hydro...
That's a lit collection.
Hydro Thunder on this one, along with Race Drive-In San Francisco Rush 1 and 2, Off-Road Thunder, Badlands. This one has the least amount of games, but I believe they're all racing games. Hydro Thunder, though? Damn, sheesh! Alright, we got the Mortal Kombat games, and then we also have Monsters, Inc., which is going to go on there first. Monsters, Inc. Let me put this back down. I don't know how bad the audio is when it's there. So next it would be Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, then Mortal Kombat Deception, and then Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. LMNN, we have Namco Museum 50th Anniversary, I already read the games on that one, and then Need for Speed. Underground. We have the O and then the P. We have Over the Hedge and Pirates of the Caribbean. We have no Q's. So we're going to go into the R's. Honestly, I think Ratatouille is first. Ratatouille. And then Ratchet Deadlocked. Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. Rayman 3. Then would be RC Revenge Pro. Red Dead Redemption. Reign of Fire and Resident Evil. Closing it out with Rise to Honor. So we're pretty close to the end of this shelf. we are definitely gonna start on that side over there. Because like I said, the S's are the biggest. The biggest one. So... Shrek, Scalar, Secret, Shark. I have no SA games, kind of interesting. So first up would be Scalar. Then Secret Agent Clank, followed by Shark Tale, Shrek 2, and Shrek Super Slam. S-O-S-P, S-T, S-P, The next is Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. And then SpongeBob SquarePants Lights, Camera, Pants. And I believe we have enough room for SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman right at the end. So this is kind of annoying. Spy Hunter without the cover is the first to start the next row. Next up would be Sonic Heroes and then Soul Calibur. Stop that. Alright, we have a bunch of Star Wars games, and then we have Stuntman at the end. So, first up would be Star Wars Battlefront 2. Next up would be Star Wars Clone Wars. Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, and then Star Wars Starfighter with Stuntman coming in at the end there. RTs. Okay. T-I-H-T-I-T-I-T-I T-O T-O T-A T-R and T-I. Alright, so the T section is starting with Taito Legends. And then The Thing. Next is Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas. Time Splitters, right? No, Time Crisis. Yeah, wow, okay, Time Crisis, then Time Splitters, because that's one word. Time Splitters 2 and Time Splitters Future Perfect. You love it when they do that. And then Tony Hawk, American Wasteland, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. And then, finally, Transformers were the game. Alright, we're on the last bit here. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Coliseum Capsule Monster Coliseum, Duelist of the Roses, Hot Wheels World Race, and Zapper. And we are done with the PS2, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with the PS2. Please clap. So... Thank you. I think I'm going to leave the rest of the shelf empty for more PS2 games.
GG's.
Alright, so I think I'm going to start on the GameCube right below where we just were. And then we'll move over to the Wii. And I think that'll be it for that. So, GameCube. Alright. What do we got here? Super Mario Sunshine. Ultimate Spider-Man. Resident Evil 4, but the 4 is first. But we know it's R for Resident Evil, so I'm not gonna be dumb on that. Star Wars Rogue Leader 2, so Rogue Squadron 2. Mario Golf. Batman Vengeance. I bought this for $4. Must be a really good game. Star Wars Rebel Strike. Rogue Squadron 3. Star Fox Assault. Geist. Where's my Geist fans out there? Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. Dance Dance Revolution, Mario Mix. Army Men, Sarge's War. Cars.
Oh snap, you got Geist? What do you know of Geist?
I know that it's like the goated game. SpongeBob SquarePants. Creature from the Krusty Krab. Odama. LMNO. Tak, The Power of Juju. Every kid played this at McDonald's once in their life. And if you didn't, you're lying. And then finally, I have another copy of Madagascar. This one doesn't work, though. But I still will put it in the collection. So I think what I'm going to do is I will put the GameCube games on here, and then I'll go directly into the Wii. Alright, first up. Army Man, Sarge's War. Batman, Vengeance. Cars. Dance Dance Revolution, Mario Mix. Geist. What would be next? Madagascar. Yeah, Madagascar, and then Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I bought Mario Golf Toadstool Tour for $13.99. That sounds pretty cheap. So what we got? Odama. Odama is next. Paper Mario. Let's see.
Hey Yemi, how's it going?
Resident Evil 4. It's going pretty good. Thank you for asking. We got done with the PS2 games, and now we're on to the GameCube, and then I'm going to throw the Wii on this shelf as well. I'm thinking of putting the PSP games on here as well. But I have another shelf with PS1 and PSP games, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might move the PS1 games, at least, to this odd-shaped shelf down here. That's what I'm thinking. LMNOPQR. S. Alright, we got S's. So there's Star Wars. Let's see.
The biggest tragedy is that Yemi doesn't have feet exposed.
I thought of that. So first would be SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants, Creature for the Krusty Krab. And then Star Fox Assault.
Lulululul.
Star Wars Rebel Strike. Oh, I hate that. Star Wars Rogue Leader would be after that. And then Super Mario Sunshine, which I bought for $22.99. Seems cheap.
The problem with having so many Faisal games.
Yeah. Then I got Ultimate Spider-Man and Tak, The Power of Juju. that's all the GameCube. That is all the GameCube. Oh, I also have Genesis games. I'll probably put those like on the bottom shelf. I don't have a lot. So, here's the question. Do I move the PS1 and PSP games onto this shelf, or do I leave room for expansion? That's the question. I'm going to grab the Wii games. You tell me what you think.
I'll leave room for expansion.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know what's going to happen to this shelf. I don't know if the other half's going to want to take it somewhere else. But I feel like she won't. Because that shelf has 2 rows perfectly situated for the PS1 games. The PSP games, I could probably leave those.
Just like my oversized underwear, leave room for expansion.
Alright. Alright, will do. Alright, so we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex Edition, which I did plan on playing on my birthday until I got Ghost Squad. So that would be right there. I have Wii Sports. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, because I bought a Link's Crossbows Training box, so I wonder if they sell Wii Sports versions of these. Okay, we got Super Paper Mario S's. We have Sonic and the Secret Rings. We have Game Party. This is an off-brand Wii Sports that has skee-ball, darts, air hockey, and I don't even know what that fucking is. Oh, basketball, like the basketball game there. Basketball, okay. Game Party. We have Mario Kart Wii, which I actually realized I don't have the disc. I looked everywhere. I don't have it, so I need to buy that separately. I don't have an M pile. LM. I have 2 copies of Excite Truck because I did not know that I already had a copy. So, Callus, if you ever come around, I'm just saying, you know, buy the Wii, and then you can also get a free Excite Truck. Just saying. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We have I bought this for $20 back in the day. Namco Museum Remix. I'm guessing it's not that expensive anymore. This has Super Pac-Man, Galaxian.
I do have a Wii U where I play Wii games.
Oh, so you don't even need a Wii. All right, next time you're around, remind me to give you the Excite Truck. This has Dig Dug, Mappy, Cutie Q, Xevious. Xevious mentioned, folks. Xevious mentioned. Rayman Raving Rabbids. I used to play this a lot with Greedy Waffles. The disc feels a bit loose, but it looks okay. I'm not sure what's going on there. That is R. WarioWare Smooth Moves, one of my favorite box
Reason I'm
arts.
interested in a Wii is to play GameCube games since my GameCube laser is busted.
That's true. That's true. I don't have an extra GameCube. I'm sorry. I don't have an extra GameCube. WarioWare Smooth Moves, one of my favorite cover arts for games. Wario Land Shake It. I almost played that back in the day, but it didn't get voted in. Battalion Wars 2. One of this is actually the game that I wished for the hardest on Christmas when it came out. I don't remember enjoying it per se, but you know. Wii Music. Wii Music. I bought this for $10. Perfect condition. Wii Sports. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Callus forced my hand. I had to pick it up because he said it was much better. Actually, Callus didn't say that. Medal of Honor Heroes 2. I'd never played this one. This is specifically made for the Wii Zapper, which I do have. I do have a Wii Zapper. Puss in Boots. We played that on stream. Very fun time. What is it written on the back here? The game was pre-owned. Any offers, bonus content, and online play may not be available with the purchase of this product or may require additional fees. For Puss in Boots on the Wii, folks. Good thing they put that on there. Someone might have gotten confused. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, the only red boxed Wii game. Carnival Games. This comes from the other half. She loved this game. Rayman Raving Rabbids TV Party. I don't know what the difference is. I never played that one, but there you go. Folks, it's Just Dance time. Just Dance 4, Just Dance 3, Just Dance 2, Just Dance 1. I'm a big Just Dance fan. Actually, I'm not. A game called Order Up, which reminded me of Played Up, but this came out on the Wii. So, Order Up. LMNOP. We have Red Steel. This was one of the first games I got on the Wii. Shocking, I know. I remember it being pretty janky, but kind of fun. Red Steel. I also have Red Steel 2, which I believe got better. It got better because of the Wii Motion Plus. It got better reviews. And then finally, I have Donkey Kong Country Returns, of course, from Donkey Kong December. OGs will remember that. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Yep, Red Steel is pretty janky. I enjoyed it but never finished it, lol.
I think I finished it when I was a kid, but don't quote me on that. So I'm going to start the Wii games section over here just in case, because you never know. Sometimes you find a GameCube game, but GameCube is really expensive right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I remember when GameCube games like Mario Super Sunshine, $20. Now it's like 60. All right, we're gonna start off with Battalion Wars 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex Edition, Carnival Games, Excite Truck, right? ABC. Nope, just kidding. Donkey Kong Country Returns is next. Then Excite Truck, ABCDEFG, which is looks like Game Party is next. I'm so glad I have that in my collection. And then Ghost Squad. Alright, ABCDEFG, HIJK. Alright, we're on to... Wait, no, J. Just Dance. Alright, Just Dance 1. Say it with me. Just Dance 2. Just Dance 3. And Just Dance 4. I think it would be funny to get all the Just Dances on the Wii, but they released one recently, and I feel like it's a lot of money because it didn't sell very well. Alright, so J, and then we have L for Link's CrossFit Training. Like I said, I bought a custom-made case for this one, so I need to find one of these for Wii Sports. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think they made like a greatest hits version of Wii Sports, but it was very rare. Very rare. LM. Alright, so next up is Mario Kart Wii, Missing the Game, and Medal of Honor Heroes 2. Followed by Namco Museum Remix and new Super Mario Bros. Wii. LMNO. So we have Order Up next. O. And then Puss in Boots. OP. QR. So we have the R's here. First up is Rayman Raving Rabbids, followed by Rayman Raving Rabbids TV Party, then Red Steel 1 and 2. Oh, I pushed my router over. Hopefully I didn't cut my internet. LMNOPQRS. Alright, we got the Super Mario Galaxy 2, Super Paper Mario, and Sonic and the Secret Rings. I would like to put a ring on Sonic's finger, if you know what I mean. Alright, we got the W's. Wario. Wario Land, Shake It.
Galaxy Y.
WarioWare Smooth Moves. And then we got Wii Music and Wii Sports to finish us off. And of course, you know, I don't have enough room, so it's going to be Wii Music on the end with Wii Sports next to it. But, you know, it's what it is. It's what it is. And then I have these Genesis games. I think I'm gonna put these on the bottom, because there's not gonna be a lot.
Why would you have Genesis?
I don't know, Callus. Maybe because I have one. I have a Genesis. I forget what episode it was of Fair 64. It was around, I think it was around like December or November that I got it. But yeah, I have a Genesis. And all these games were gifted to me by my other half's uncle. Because he didn't know what to do with them. And I said, I will take them, and I will take good care of them. Alright, we got Altered Beast, which is probably going to be the first game over here. Altered Beast. Golden Axe. James Buster Douglas Knockout Boxing. NHLPA Hockey. No, John Madden. John Madden Football 93. NHLPA Hockey next, and then Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And then I have two loose games. I have Sonic the Hedgehog, which is not for resale, and the original John Madden Football here, but they're loose, so I'm not going to order them. I'll at least order them, kind of. So, I was thinking of putting my Switch games on this shelf, because right now they're just in a cupboard. I could put them on this lower shelf here. You know what? I think I'm gonna put the Switch games over here. Should be. I don't know how many I have though. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my Switch games. We're gonna put them on the shelf. Have fun. Back. Okay. Yeah, I have a lot of Switch games. And they do not fit in the odd.
Holy Toledo, that's a lot of Switch games.
Yes. I have more PlayStation. We'll call it PlayStation 3, 4, 5. I have more of those. Those are downstairs. I'm not gonna be able to fit them on the shelf.
Handle.
I'll keep those downstairs. But the Switch collection is one of the biggest that I have, and almost all these games are bangers. So I feel like I have a pretty good Switch collection. I mean, I've pretty much been collecting since the Switch came out, at least a year into it. A lot of these games, just you get them on sale or whatever. The only thing is that a lot of these games are going to be empty because I have a 100-game binder that I keep all the games in.
PlayStation who?
PlayStation D's nuts. All right, what do we got here? This is gonna take a while for sure, and I think I'm going to start these on the Wii shelf. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a Goomba and this picture of a Goomba that someone drew for me into there, and that'll be like the divider between the two consoles. Because I don't have any Wii U games. I don't have a Wii U. I had one back in the day with Wind Waker on it. It's worth like $1,000 now. I regret my life choices. What can I say? I'm a fucking moron. Hey, you know. What can I say? All right, so that'll be a divider, and then I'll start with like the A games.
Ooh, I have a Wii U with Wind Waker.
You do? I actually had the Wind Waker version, like the Wind Waker. It had like the design on it and stuff like that. All right, we got Cruisin' Blast over here. That'll start it off. The Last Faith. This is like a Bloodborne 2D hack and slash game. Looks pretty cool.
Oh, I do not have that special edition.
Okay, well I had that, and I hate my life because that thing's worth like $1,000 now. I swear, I shit you not, it's worth a lot of money, and I sold it at GameStop for like $200. Like, yeah, I hate it when that happens, and it will always haunt me. All right, we got Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Oh my gosh, my nose. All right, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remaster or remake, whatever you want to call it. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. I'm going to try and put these in a better order. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Didn't really like that one at the end of it, but it was still fun. Miitopia. This is the game that they accidentally sent me instead of Splatoon 2. So I have Miitopia, which was actually a better deal because Miitopia was worth $10 more. So I got actually a better deal. Don't tell Best Buy. Now we got Bayonetta 3. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Super Mario Party Jamboree, which will soon be given an edition for the Switch 2. Oh my gosh, can you believe we're like 2 weeks away from that thing? Less than 2 weeks. I hope my Target order gets here sooner. You know, they should definitely ship me the console sooner. We have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Rabbids Party of Legends. I bought this for $10 at Best Buy. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Bowser's Fury, one of my favorite Mario experiences. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. I bought this because back in the day, and actually it's a good game too. It's a good beat 'em up. Back in the day, it only had one run, and then it was delisted. So these copies became very rare. And then Limited Run did a run. And now they've reprinted it several times now, so it's not super rare anymore. But that's actually for the best because it's a really good beat 'em up game designed around the Scott Pilgrim anime / manga / movie. WarioWare Move It. Princess Peach Showtime. Played that on the channel. A very rare day
I
one.
wish I had more money to get a lot more limited run games.
That's the thing about limited run is I too cannot get all of them, but you know that most of them become super rare because they're so limited. So what I do is I just look and see like which ones do I really want, and I just pre-order. I just go for it. Just last week I ordered that Gex trilogy, which I feel like is not going to be like super rare, but you know. But then also it's like sometimes they like after limited run does their thing, they'll like copies of it will start appearing at Best Buys and stuff like that. So it's also one of those things where it's like, well, is this going to be a super rare one or just a rare one? And then are they going to do a re-release like the Tomb Raider 4 through 6 remasters? Those are on Limited Run's website right now, but the 1 through 3 remaster got a physical release at Best Buy, the same version. So it's like, well, I mean, this one's probably going to come to Best Buy. Why do we need to order from Limited Run and get it like 5 years later? Anyway, Clubhouse Games, 51 Worldwide Classics. This is a goated Switch game, folks. If you do not have this in your collection, you are missing out on 50 games. WarioWare Get It Together was pretty okay. Bayonetta Origins, Saritza and the Lost Demon. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, another one of my favorite Mario games. I do really like that one. Bayonetta 2 includes, this game also includes a code for Bayonetta 1 in there. Bayonetta 2, my favorite of the series, as you all know. Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is one that the other half really enjoyed. I did not really play too much of it. I played the 3DS game, the New Leaf game, a bit. But, you know, Animal Crossing has never been, like, my favorite thing ever. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. Samba de Amigo, Party Central. I never played this one. I wanted it so bad. It went down to $20 and I said, okay. Okay. I'm a sucker for a deal. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. This is like one of the first games for the Switch that I bought. Crazy enough, this is one of the first games I ever bought because I loved it so much on the Wii U. And I didn't have a Wii U anymore. And they released it on Switch. It's actually a pretty good port. Pretty good port. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I bought this because we're eventually going to play through all the Pikmin games. World of Goo 2. What do we got here? Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This is a game that I never finished. And that might be sacrilegious to say, but I did not finish that. Yoshi's Crafted World. More like Yoshi's Crappy World, am I right? No, I don't think it's that bad. It's just a lot of people did not like the basic nature of it. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger plus Ty 2 Tasmanian Tiger Bush Rescue HD. We played the first one of these. We did not get around to playing the rest, the second one. Oh, I also have games over here. Holy shit. I have some Switch games here. Don't forget those. Super Mario Maker 2. This one I was not a super big fan of. I liked the original one because the Wii U gamepad, shocker, worked better with it than the Switch gamepad, or in handheld mode. Super Mario Odyssey. You know my thoughts on that one. Super Mario Party. Not a good game, but one of the best sellers on the Switch. Super Mario RPG. Still sealed. I do want to play this eventually, folks. Don't worry. The West of Loathing. One of my favorite of like little RPG type games. Very fun. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Splatoon 3. Squid Daddy said he was going to play this with me. He played with me once. We never played again. Then he stopped streaming for like 2 years now, so there you go. SpongeBob SquarePants Krusty Cook-Off. This is a game that's it's played on like tablets, but there was a Switch version, and I said, well, this one's probably not as monetized as that. SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamesh. Used to be my game of the year from the year that came out. It got dethroned, and then it also got taken off of that list. You can watch that video on the channel, YouTube channel. All right, let's go through these newer ones that I have here. Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. So the main reason why I bought this is because this is the first physical copy of Roller Coaster Tycoon since the original game came out, and there was like a deluxe edition. So this is folks, this is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. So I had to pick this up. Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. Stardew Valley. This is also the first physical print of this game. So there we go. The sticker that is on the front is off. Nothing I can do about that though. Once again, the S pile is the biggest pile. You can't see it, but it is the biggest pile here. Maybe I should probably scoot back a little bit. Pokemon Sword. Very good Pokemon game. I'm actually playing on the 3DS because my computer has been gone for a while. I decided to pull out my 3DS, my original 3DS, and play Pokemon Ruby Sapphire. Is that what's called? Ruby Sapphire? A much different experience. But still, I really like Pokemon Sword. I think it's a great game. Fuck the haters. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. Obviously, you know I was pretty excited about that. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. These two games are pretty pricey on the aftermarket because they're Warriors games and they had a limited release. But I did find them on that VGP website for list price. So they were like $40 each. And I said, I'm going to buy these because resale market is like double that. So definitely if you find these games on those websites that have that are like VGP or Woot, definitely would recommend picking them up because they are much more expensive on the aftermarket. And that is just a collector tip from Yemi the Ferret. We're on to the second basket. We have Metroid Dread. I was planning on playing this for Halloween last year or October, but I did not get around to it. And I think that we're going to try and play it this year. I want to try and play Alien Isolation again. I want to give that another chance. But Metroid Dread will probably be the game we play instead. Pikmin 1+2. Good collection here. Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I got the edition that comes with the Donkey Kong DLC. This was $20 on Amazon. It is the European version, but that works in the Switch, or the Switch 1 at least. Mario & Rabbids. Do I have an M section? Oh, yes, I do. Metroid. Duh. And then, yes, Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope Cosmic Edition. Also got that for $20 on Amazon. Mario Party Superstars, one of my favorite Mario Parties, probably my favorite actually. Very good. Mario Strikers Battle League. Yep, that's a game. Flipping Death. This is from the same people who did oh, what's that game called? I love that game too. Oh, here it is. Stick It to the Man. I loved Stick It to the Man. I thought Stick It to the Man was a great puzzle game. Flipping Death was pretty good. I didn't play through the whole thing. Maybe eventually in the future we'll play that for an October stream. Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake or remaster. This was good. I enjoyed that. I thought a lot of people kind of shit on it, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I know Callus liked that too. The End is Nigh. This is actually a really good, challenging platformer game that's kind of in the same vein as Super Meat Boy, but not as chaotic. And it also has a really cool, like, almost like a Binding of Isaac kind of aesthetic to it. But yeah, The End is Nigh. I do enjoy this one a lot. I gotta move around my things here. Doom 2016. The reason why I bought this was because the Switch edition was a great port and the cover art is a lot cooler than the Doom 2016 PS4 cover art. So yeah, Doom, definitely one of my favorites on the Switch. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Very good platformer. Probably the best that Donkey Kong Country has to offer, honestly, even though I really do like Returns, and I really, really like the third game. And I really like the second game, and I really love the first game because it's a childhood classic of mine. And I really do like that Donkey Kong Jungle Beat game. It's kind of interesting with the bongos. But if we're talking Donkey Kong 2D platformers, you can't go wrong with Tropical Freeze. Good blend of difficulty and fun. Overcooked Special Edition. Overcooked, pretty fun game. That goes in the O's. OP. Nintendo Switch Sports. Everyone thought this was going to be the next Wii Sports. It's kind of there, but it's also like not that great. So whatever. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. We will start this with the N with Nickelodeon because it is technically part of the title, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. This one was good. The second one is better in my opinion, but this one is still good. I still do like that game. This game. Moving Out. This is a pretty fun little co-op game. It needed multiplayer, which they did add in the second game. They added online multiplayer. Oh, folks, it's peak. It's peak. Grim Fandango, remastered. You all probably already know this. I love this game. This game is one of my favorite, if not my favorite point-and-click game, next to Full Throttle. I think that Grim Fandango gets the aesthetic right, it gets the puzzles right, it gets the mood right, it gets the story right. Like, everything about it is so fucking cool. I love Grim Fandango. I could play this game every day for the rest of my life. Where is my G section? Where's my G spot? I don't have a G spot. Disney's Illusion Island. And I will be putting it under D for Disney because it is in the official title. This was pretty fun. It's a pretty fun Metroidvania, which I was not expecting. It just came to the PlayStation and Xbox if you want to check it out. I think it's pretty good. Just Dance 2022, folks. Just Dance. Love Just Dance. I have so many of these games. Katamari Damacy re-roll. We got Peak again. We're back to Peak. Katamari Damacy. Pikmin 4. We got even more Peak here. Game of the Year. Official Game of the Year 2023. I love this game so much. This was like my awakening. This was like coming out of the closet as a Pikmin fan for me. Paper Mario The Origami King. This is a decent game. Not the best Paper Mario, as you all know. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I do want to go back and play this one through. Maybe we'll do it on the channel after summer. But this is a pretty cool one. Obviously, this is like what ZA is going to do. This one was the antithesis of that. So that's pretty cool. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Excellent Kirby game. One of the first ones that I ever finished. So, you know, there you go. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Callus is probably expecting me to say something pretty nasty about this. Not for me. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Enjoyable. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Boy, this guy must be a Zelda fan or something. Luigi's Mansion 3. We're almost done here, folks. Luigi's Mansion 3. I did not like this, but a lot of people do, and I respect that. Luigi's Mansion. And finally, well, okay, almost finally, Mario Tennis Aces. And now, finally, we got the Nintendo World Championship NES Edition, Deluxe Set. This was the only way you could get a physical version of this game, which is annoying as fuck. But it is what it is. Okay. Let us begin. Oh, why is Ty over here? If I put Ty too far away, I will forget that it's there. Alright. This should be all my Switch games. No, yeah, should be all. So I was going to start them over here and then go to the second row here. So let me assume the position. Can you still hear me? Is it okay? Alright, so we're going to start off with Advanced Wars 1 and 2, and then Animal Crossing. Next up we have Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3, and Bayonetta Origins, which we'll play eventually. Next up is Captain Toad Treasure Trip. Clubhouse Games and Cruisin' USA, or I'm sorry, Cruisin' Blast, not Cruisin' USA. I wish we got a remake of that. Next up is Disney Illusion Island, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and Doom. A, B, C, D, E, F, E, F. So we got The End is Nigh, Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Houses, and Flipping Death. E, F, G, Grim Fandango. H, Hyrule Warriors. J, Just Dance 2022. K, Katamari Damacy Reroll. And finishing up this shelf is Kirby. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, R, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Alright, we're good. We're good. Nothing like organizing your games to remember the alphabet. Alright. How we doing out there, folks? How we doing? Are we doing well? Are we doing okay? Kels, how's Expedition treating you today? Alright, at the Last Faith. Next would be Legend of Zelda. Let's see here. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Link's Awakening, and Skyward Sword, Luigi's Mansion, LM. Let's see here. Mario. There's gonna be a lot of Marios. Metroid, Mario, 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 Mario. Boy, it's like this console has a lot of Mario games or something. Alright, so... Okay. I actually need an opinion on this one. I actually need help. We have Mario and with an ampersand, or Mario Plus with a plus sign. For Mario Plus Rabbids, or Mario and Luigi with an ampersand. What would come first? Because I feel like Mario ampersand Luigi would come first, but maybe Mario Plus Rabbids would come first because it's plus. But then again, we could just take the symbol out and it would be Mario and Luigi first. Yeah, I think ampersand. I think Mario and Luigi would be next, and then the pluses would come after, because plus is another symbol. Mario and Luigi. Mario. Oh boy. Mario Party Superstars. Mario and Rabbids, I think, would be next. So we'll put the Mario and Rabbids games next. Best Buy exclusive on that other one. I didn't notice that. Then Mario Strikers, right? Mario Tennis Aces, and then Mario versus Donkey Kong. I think that's right. Mario ampersand Luigi, Mario Party, Mario Plus Rabbids, Mario Strikers, Mario Tennis, Mario versus. I think that's right. I think that's right. We got no opinions in the chat right now. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. We are okay. Alright, A, B, C, D, E. Metroid. Metroid or Metal. It would be Metal Gear Solid Volume 1, and then Metroid Dread, Miitopia, and then Moving Out. Alright, we got Nintendo. Actually, it would be Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, Nintendo Switch Sports, Nintendo World Championship NES Edition. That takes up a good amount of space right there. Overcooked. Overcooked. OP. Alright, so probably Paper Mario first, right? Okay. Paper Mario, The Origami King, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. Pikmin would be next, right? We can put these in order, I'm pretty sure. Pikmin 1 plus 2, Pikmin 3, and then Pikmin 4. I love it when series work out like that. And then we got Pokemon Legends, Pokemon Sword, and Princess Peach. Showtime. QR. So we got Rabbids, Rayman Legends, and Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. We are one game away from finishing this part. QRS. Let's see, this is going to be a tough one. STSTSPSPSUTUV. We got a lot of Super Mario, Super Samba, Scott, Super. Lots of super. Alright, so Samba de Amigo closes off the shelf there. Fun times. Although I wonder if I should put Samba de Amigo on this side because I'll probably forget that it's there. Whatever. I'll remember. Alright, so we got Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Splatoon 3, SpongeBob SquarePants Krusty Cook-Off, let's see, Stardew Valley, SteamWorld Quest, then we got the Supers. They're all Super Mario, right? No, Super Smash. Okay. Super Mario. They're all Super Mario. So what would be first? Super Mario Party. OP. Okay, Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Maker. MO. Super Mario Bros. With a B. Super Mario 3D World with a number. That could be the one. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. That could be the one. Super Mario Party Jamboree. And then Super Mario RPG. So, first up is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Next up would be 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Super Mario Maker, LMNO. Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party Jamboree. And Super Mario RPG to close that off. And then we got Super Monkey Ball and Super Smash.
When did you get legs, hot stuff?
When did what? When did I get legs? About 3 years ago, I beat a man half to death to take his legs. How you doing today, Nomad? I finally got my computer back after a week of it being in the shop. Next up, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger with a Boomerang USB drive. Alright, we got the Wario games here next. WarioWare Get It Together. WarioWare Move It. West of Loathing and World of Goo 2. And then finally we have...
Mine took 5 weeks to fix.
5 weeks? I don't even know if mine is fixed, honestly. Like, it was freezing while I was streaming, but only while I was streaming. So they were like, well, we can't really test streaming because, you know, we're not going to stream to your Twitch channel, but we're going to test all the parts. So they tested all the parts, and I upgraded the RAM. I was going to do it anyway eventually. I only had 32 gigs of RAM, but then I was like, well, you know, I'm going to do it anyway. They recommend for what I do with the PC to, you know, upgrade it to 64, so I just decided to do it today. That's why I picked it up. But yeah, it was rough. Like the computer would freeze sometimes, but then it would also blue screen sometimes. So at least I have peace of mind that my parts are good. So right now I'm just streaming with like the bare basics, doing like a stupid little, you know, just chatting stream here. And then I think tomorrow's Sunday, right? Monday, I'll just do a big stream where I'm testing out like playing a game or something like that on Monday. We'll do like a longer stream for that because it's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to all the veterans out there. And we'll go from there. Right now, I'm just running the bare basics. Like, I have my Streamlabs chatbot. OBS is up, of course. I'm running 2 mics right now, which is more than I usually do. Got my camera running. I have Touch Portal running. So, yeah, I'm just concerned, you know. So next would be Yoshi's Crafted World, and then finally we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. And that is it, folks.
Just wanted to pop by and say hi, old friend.
Hi, old friend. Ugh. Oh, Red Event Games. Oh my gosh, how you been? I hope you've been well. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm not at my computer. I just have my phone kind of like thrown over here. I'm sorry about that. How have you been? I still see you posting pretty regularly on the YouTubes, the various YouTubes. All right. I think I'm good over here.
More on Red's AOB nowadays.
Red's AOB. Yeah, I kind of follow the stuff on Twitter. Of course, I'm not on there much anymore. I'm more so on Blue Sky. But every so often, I see a post there. Well, it's nice to hear from you. I really appreciate you stopping by. Got the standing desk out today. Yeah, I'm not gonna switch my mics over to my normal one because I just don't want to right now. It was pretty. I mean, this was a pretty cool setup, I will say. Like, I actually kind of like dig the whole like holding the mic and just walking around type of thing. I think that's kind of cool. I would need a better holder for it though. Whew, okay. I can remove this. All right.
It's amazing how we have all evolved over the years.
Yeah, I mean, boy, what did I start out doing? Started out with like basic video edits on Movie Maker. I actually had to boot up my old Windows 7 that I used to make those old videos on. And I was like, holy shit, here's all the Ferret Business podcast stuff on here. And then I also had a bunch of
I
the old stuff.
disappeared cause my fam finally arrived lol.
You don't need to talk to me with TTS anymore, by the way. I'm at my computer now, so we're good. No, you don't need to do that anymore. But I appreciate everyone for using the TTS. I only made it 1 point because I figured, you know, why would I charge 200 to have people just talk to me? I could be like Amaranth and be like, actually, it's $5 to talk to me, and I will respond to you. Oh boy. Hold on. Callus, did Snorty not like RRR?
La 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 la.
Does Snorty not like RRR? Had to try it. Yeah, the chatbot will say anything. Well, minus a couple things. So, I mean, essentially everything I wanted to do today, I got done. I reorganized my console shelf. I reorganized the games. I built the shelf. I got my computer back and seems to be doing good. I'm not running everything that I normally run, but it's doing well. I need to organize this table right here. I will say I do need to organize that. Whew. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Like I said, I'll come back on. We'll come back Monday. I'm gonna take Sunday off. You know, probably test some stuff on my own end. Take Sunday off. Because I was going to stream, but then I was like, well, you know, I might as well just do it Monday. But yeah, I was talking to Red about something. Yeah, pretty much. I started with podcasts. I still do a lot of podcasts. The Film Freaks one, the one with movies, is still running. That one's been running for about 4 years now. The Ferret 64 podcast is going on 3, plus the YummyCast stuff was another year, so that's also been going on for like 4 years. But I stopped doing the business podcast because I just kind of ran out of ideas for that. I didn't feel it anymore. The interview podcast, and then yeah, pretty much I've just been streaming 4 times a week, just variety stuff. So not like anything too crazy. Like I'm not streaming Fortnite every day, getting like hundreds of views. But I'm happy. I'm happy with what I got. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job here with what I do. And you do a great job too. Like I'm still following a couple of your channels. I check it out every so often. Stuff's pretty cool. I did like the music review stuff, like the listening to music. I had a suggestion for that, but I forgot to comment it. There's a band called Bloodywood, Bloody, Bloodywood. It's like an Indian metal band, so I think that might be kind of fun to react to. Indian folk music metal band. You're seeing them live? Oh my gosh. Nomad, you do not understand how much I wanted to see them live, but they weren't coming anywhere near Ohio. I was like, fuck. Are you serious? Ugh. I know. Yeah, the closest one to me was also Baltimore. Dude, that is gonna fuck. That is gonna fuck so bad, so hard. Baby Metal and Bloodywood. Oh man. Yeah, I don't have any like major concerts lined up right now. A lot of smaller stuff. But the farthest away would have been Columbus, but we decided not to go to the Necrogoblicon show in Columbus. I really want. Every time Necrogoblicon comes around, I see them. This is the one time that I'm not going to be seeing them. I saw them with Dragon Force last year. That was pretty fun. And Metalocalypse. I also want to see so many of the bands I've covered. Yeah, yeah. Black Veil Brides. We're getting our O's emo fix too. All right. Oh, I forgot my drink. Look, I can keep talking on the mic while I go get my drink. I almost bought a camera that had AI tracker in it. But it was a lot of money, one, and two, I felt like I wouldn't really use it anyway because mostly I'm just sitting here at my computer. Today I'm standing because I need to stand more. And I redid my wires so that I can use the standing desk again. I feel like I'm Jerry Seinfeld up here. Hey, what's the deal with it? What's the deal with the B movie, huh? Why does everyone hate it? All right. No problem, Red. How about them Bears? Huh? How about them Bears? Last year wasn't that great, but it's looking up. It's looking up. But yeah, have a good day. I appreciate you swinging by. I appreciate that. I feel it. I feel Bears will be much improved this year. Don't listen to... Eric's probably going to type out something really nasty. He's a Commanders fan, by the way. He's gonna type something really nasty like, "Oh, the Bears, they're gonna suck." But I have a good feeling this year. I think they got a better staff. I think they got better pieces around them. So the Commanders do have a team. The Commanders are actually really good. They got the Jaden Daniels, and they have a bunch of other good pieces around him. Honestly, this year might be the year for the Commanders too, because I mean, the Pope. The Pope is a Bears fan, by the way. The Pope is a Bears fan, so we know the Bears are going to be in the Super Bowl. And Donald Trump is now endorsing the NFL, so that means the Commanders will be in the Super Bowl. We're going to have a Bears-Commanders Super Bowl. Mark it on your calendars. It's going to happen, Nomad. Bears-Commanders. Nope, it doesn't matter. Bears, Commanders. They're going to make it work. They're going to do it. Nomad, it doesn't matter. The Pope and the President. The Pope and the President. They're going to make it work. The Bears in the Super Bowl. Honestly, I think the Bears will make it into the playoffs this year. But I'm not like a Commanders fan number one, but I will say if it feels like the Commanders are gonna kick ass this year. Last year the Panthers were my underdog team. That didn't go very well. This year I'm behind the Bears on the underdogs. I think Jaden Daniels could be one of those quarterbacks that doesn't have a sophomore slump, but you never know. All right, no problem, Red. Have a good one. I keep pulling you back in. How about them Browns, folks? How about those Browns, huh? Oh shit. How about them? Aren't we the best team around? Don't we have such a good team right now? I'm still pissed we didn't get Russell Wilson. That would have been the best. That would have been the best. But now we're shuffling around with these two new rookie quarterbacks, and neither of them are happy. Shadir Sanders literally hates the team, which is great for a rookie quarterback. That's great. The future of the franchise. He hates us. He literally hates us. I don't even remember who the other guy's name was. And don't tell it to me, because I don't care. That guy is average white man #1 in the Madden pick a character. And don't even get me started on Myles Garrett staying with the team. He should have gone somewhere where he can win. I love Myles Garrett, and I'm telling him, you should have left. We are not going anywhere. Same thing with Nick Chubb. I feel like it's time. Like, go to a team that's gonna win. You need a Super Bowl. You'll care when he's good. Me, Shadir, no, yeah, not Shadir. You're talking about the other guy. I mean, look, the whole time Baker Mayfield was here, I wasn't a fan of him. Okay, I wasn't a fan of Baker Mayfield. I'm a fan of him now because he's at the Bucs and he's improved. And he's actually a good quarterback now. But you know me, I stick by my guns. I think we did enough to stabilize our offense and finally have a good secondary. I have some questions about the front four, but I'm confident we can win around that. Yeah, the offensive line is one of the biggest needs in most of football. Most teams need that. You have 5 QBs on your roster, can only keep 3, and cutting any of the 5 will be extremely expensive and costly. Well, yeah, that's the thing. If we had just gotten Russell Wilson, okay, hear me out, we wouldn't have drafted either of those quarterbacks. We knew going into this quarterback room, into this draft, that the quarterbacks, there was like 2, maybe 3 highly talented, the rest kind of mediocre. And Shadir Sanders apparently falls under the mediocre because he didn't go until round 5. And the Browns picked him up after taking average white quarterback number 3. I said 3. Average white quarterback number 3. And the whole Deshaun Watson thing, shoot me. We're forced to keep him on a roster at this point. So life sucks. And honestly, the Browns were the worst place for the Shadir Sanders to go. Who cares? Like, you know, average white guy number 1, 3. Who cares? Shadir Sanders should have gone to a better team, okay? He should have gone to a better team. Or a different team, at least. The Browns will do nothing with him. They will ruin him. Look at DTR. DTR, budding rookie. Played in the Hall of Fame game really well. The minute he steps onto the field, he doesn't know how to throw a football anymore. What the fuck is this? Alright, it's a cover of Owl City. It's a cover of Owl City featuring the Cult of the Lamb characters. This will totally not get us copyrighted. His dad is why they went round 5. If you struggle, you're inviting the head coach power struggle with his father. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably his dad was part of the issue. I'm still kind of shocked that the Saints didn't go for him. Like, I know it was like a prank by that one Falcons kid, but I'm actually kind of surprised the Saints didn't go for him, especially when he was there later on. Like, I feel like they were a team that really, like, especially because Derek Carr retired, kind of screwed. That planet Earth, ooh, slowly. I'd like to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, but fuck it, I don't know. Well, that was literally the perfect spot for him. Are the Saints assuming they're gonna suck for Archie? Yeah, probably.
Shut the f***
Honestly, probably. Archie Manning is gonna be QB number 1 next year, by pretty much just by name alone. I don't even know how he's playing, but yeah. We gotta get a good anagram. Ass for Archie? No, that sounds like we're trying to get him a stripper. Ass for Archie. Yo, Archie, we're gonna be ass for you. I think so. I was listening to the Heed the Call podcast recently, and one of the members brought up a great point that the NFL probably should switch over to an NBA style draft system, because then you don't have teams sucking for years to try and get good players and then ruining those players because they don't have a good team around them. And I feel like the NBA with their lottery system makes it so that it's a more competitive league throughout the year. Like, you still have teams that aren't good, sure, but the amount of teams that are just legitimately sucking to try and get a number one player, you know, none, because they can't. It's a raffle system. What do you mean, fuck that? I think that I honestly think that's a better system. The Wizards got hosed? If Nomad, is that your team? Yes, I think it is. Look, yeah, some years it's gonna screw you right up the bunghole, but I think in general it makes for a more competitive league. I mean, maybe they could do like a system where it's like it's mostly random, but the worst team still goes first overall. But then again, like, how do you I'm just trying to think of a way to not make teams tank. I feel like teams tanking is one of the worst things in the league right now, because a lot of times the worst teams in the league are the teams like the Browns, the Saints, the whatever. Every year, it doesn't fucking matter. And I think that like there's a lot of players out there who could have gone to better teams and been the all-star player that they were meant to be. Look at Justin Herbert. He's right there. He should be an all-star quarterback who has already won a couple playoffs and and maybe even a Super Bowl. Okay, but he went to a team that was not willing to build around him. They got one fucking wide receiver who's good. They have a decent to terrible O-line. They can't go anywhere. They lost to the fucking Jaguars the one year that they could have gone far. You tell a 2-15 New York team they are picking 6 and Giants Jets fans might burn the league office down. Maybe that would be good for us. Maybe that would be good. Burn it down. Well, that's the thing too. You know, a lot of players who go to those teams are like, well, it is what it is. And then, 3 years later or 4 years later when they get traded, then they start to look good. Then they start to play well. Because they're out of those systems that are fucked. How many coaches have gone through the Bears office right now? How many coaches before the current one for the Commanders did you guys go through? How many coaches have the Browns been through? Shit just keeps happening. It's all shit. Until it's good. But it takes a long time to get there. And one draft does not solve your problems. For the Browns, it's been like 3 drafts that we picked number 1 overall almost in a row. And we still suck. The one year we could have gone to the fucking Super Bowl, a helmet-to-helmet was not called for the Chiefs. I felt it. We could have gone to the Super Bowl that year. I'm not coping. There's a two-way street there. Here, you can throw 50 million at me, but if a good team throws me 5, I'm taking the 5. One draft fixed you. Well, I mean, it will happen because it'll happen sometimes. It's rare, but it'll happen. I mean, look at the Dolphins. They had like a few like early drafts in a row, right? They tanked for Tua and all that. What's it got them? Immediate losses in the playoffs. One of them to a Chiefs team that did not look good at all. Ended up winning the Super Bowl, so, the joke's on us. I like this mic specifically because I have a Randy sticker on it, by the way. I should use this mic more often. But I mean, what I'm going to sit here and do a live podcast? Or it did it again. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Look, I'm like, at this point, Browns fans, we've been through the ringer a couple times now. 0-16, 1-15. That shit didn't even help. That shit didn't help us. We're still in the same position we were 10 years ago, and it's mostly due to ownership. but it's also very much due to the choices of the ownership and the coaches that they hire, which have not been great. Kevin Stefanski, he's a good coach, but throughout the season, you don't see it very often. He's got these plays going and this scheme that makes no sense for what we have. He wants a quarterback who can throw the ball, but Jameis Winston is way too wild with it. Deshaun Watson sucks, and everyone else who he's gotten besides from Joe Flacco has not been the quarterback that he's wanted. He wants Joe Flacco, who is back in the building. He wants Joe Flacco because Joe Flacco is an old, I'm going to stand in the pocket and throw the ball type quarterback. That's who Kevin Stefanski wants. Who did we draft? Shadir Sanders. Do you know what Shadir Sanders is? He's a fucking mobile quarterback. That is not what Kevin Stefanski wants. Now, white guy number 3, he is a pocket passer. Are we going to use him? Probably when the season is dead. The season's, past the point of no return. It's how this shit goes. I don't know. I'm just expressing myself, and I'm just very annoyed with everything right now. My computer, my sports teams. I mean, look at the fucking Cavaliers, dude. This was our year again. But we fucked it up. The Guardians, what if they get so far and they just fucking shit the bed? At least we have a good hockey team. Am I right? I don't. Do we have a good hockey team? I don't even know. You know what area we are really good at? You know what sport we're really good at? Beach volleyball. We have a great beach volleyball team. Oh boy. Life comes at you fast when you're a fan of the Browns. You're never quite sure what you're gonna get. But in the end, it's usually shit. Alcohol consumption, is that sport? Yeah, burning down sports bars. We got like 3 of those around me that caught fire. There's one just down the street that caught fire, like, I don't know, 3 months ago at this point. All sports bars. A weird coincidence. What a weird coincidence. Greedy Waffles, what are you doing today? Nomad, what are you doing today? Did you finish Expedition 33, Nomad? I've been avoiding your streams because I hate you. No, because I'm also playing Expedition, and I didn't want to spoil myself. But I did finish. I did finish the game last week before my computer died. I did finish it. Yes, let's go. I'm still working on fighting through some of those bosses, endgame bosses. They're very difficult, as you probably know. But that main story, that shit slaps, dude. That shit slaps so fucking hard. I instantly gave it a 5 out of 5 when the credits rolled, and I wasn't even fucking done with most of the shit in the game. I was like, this is good, dude. This is fucking good. Oh my god, and I'm not even like a turn-based combat type guy. One thing I didn't do was beat the hardest sub-boss because he's stupid. I haven't even gotten that far yet. I still struggle against that fucking dude standing in the water. But I'm working my way there. I'm like level 60 with all my characters now, so it shouldn't be too long before I can start taking some of the harder ones out. But Nomad, I'm stupid. You know why? Because I did not equip any luminaries to my characters until the final boss. I did not realize that was a system in the game. They introduced it. They said, hey, equip some luminaries. And I did. And then I forgot to do that for the rest of the game. And I'm like, I'm talking to Callus. I'm like, does that make me better at the game or worse? Because I made it all the way to the final boss with only 3 luminaries equipped to freaking Luna. But yeah. Now I equipped all the luminaries I could, so now we're in a better place. They did enough to lead you to the end goal, but left just enough so that the big twist was enough to leave you floored. Yes, yeah. Like the twist at the end of Act 2 is already like crazy, but yeah, the final twist, yeah. I'm gonna try and do it in code here so that the people who haven't finished the game, who are maybe in the chat, don't know. Did you like Malay, or did you like Malay as a character more than Gustav? I will say. Let me just do a little code word here. Do a little code talk. Here we go. Who was your favorite character in the game? Because I really liked Gustav. I thought Gustav was really cool. Ah, Malay. Yes. At the end of the game, I found myself really enjoying Gustav. I thought Gustav had the better moveset, per se. And I liked his story more, or I more so agreed with his story more. But I could see Malay also being a favorite character for sure. I was torn. I was really torn, but at the end of the day, I chose who I thought had the better story to them. If you want my spoiler thoughts, the latest episode of Fair 64, I talk in depth about the ending of the game, essentially. So we don't have to talk in code. I don't know what this USB is for. I think it's for my guitar, like the guitar that I have. Methinks. I believe Gustav had some better moves, but Malay spoke to me a bit more and looked better given the moveset that we were given, if that makes sense. It makes sense. I am deciphering the code. I also very much enjoyed, Lune and Ciel. Esqueezy? I love Esqueezy. There's a reason why they're making plushies out of him. He is literally the best character in the game. Esquire. Mel, Gustav, and Monako were your big three. I couldn't get into Monaco's moveset. I understand how he works, and I understand that he can be the best character in the game. But yeah, Mael and Gustav and Luna were my big three. And sometimes I switched out Gustav for Ciel, but yeah, usually Mael and Gustav and fucking Luna were my three. Mael has a lot of moves that are affected by if a character's or an enemy's on fire. So I just I did the Luna has that fire move that affects all the enemies on the screen. So I would do that, and then I would do the defense down, and then the next time around, I would do the there's one that's affects all burning enemies that I would do after that, and then it would turn you into the Virtuosio stance. And the next time around, I would use the Virtuosio stance with a marked enemy, and I would just kill them instantly. But yeah, Mael is a crazy I don't think she's underrated, because I think a lot of people have realized that she is just a tank. She's a glass cannon kind of character, but she is really good, especially combined with other characters. And sometimes, like I said, I would switch out for Ciel, because she also has a move where it would any enemy's burning would be affected by the move that she was doing. But towards the end of the game, there were too many enemies that were resistant to dark. So I just decided, even though I like her rush ability and she has some good stuff, I went back to the my main trio. But I'm now that I know that you're done with the game, I think I'll come back. I'll come back. I've just been avoiding anyone streaming Expedition, because while I was playing it, I was I really don't want this story is so good. I really don't want spoilers. Even the smallest thing I didn't want to know. Which is the way that it should be. It's the way that it should be. Alright, well, the stream seems to be okay. Maybe the upgrade of RAM, the upgraded RAM did the job. I've been monitoring the temperature of my CPU here. It's at 32 degrees Celsius, which I believe is a good range there for that. It's funny because now I'm watching others play it, and I'm picking up on minor details that I missed or I looked over. It's made me think it's even better. 10 out of 10 became a 10.5. Yeah, I think I run a contest at the end of the year for Game of the Year, but right now, like, the two that are like battling for like what my favorite game is, and I think that Expedition is winning right now. It's between the latest Kingdom Come Deliverance game. I really love that, and this Expedition game. Both 5 out of 5s. I just, yeah, it's gonna be like this top 10 list this year is gonna be difficult, especially with like the new Donkey Kong game coming out, and like there's just so much shit that I'm like so looking forward to. It's gonna be a tough year, and next year with GTA coming out might even be a harder year to get put together a top 10 list. I don't know. Last year was pretty easy for me, I will say, because Astrobot just immediately won my Game of the Year like after I finished it. So yeah. We might actually have the same Game of the Year this year. That would be pretty rare. You and me have two very different tastes in gaming. Let me guess. Last year, your favorite game was that Refantasio, which wasn't that free? I think I missed out on it being free because my freaking computer was dead, or in the shop, not dead, but in the shop. Metaphor Refantasio, yeah. Would you say that? Because I never really looked into it. Would you say that Metaphor is anything like Expedition 33? Because I was thinking about playing Metaphor. I'm thinking about playing a lot of like games, turn-based games nowadays. Because I've always enjoyed a turn-based game. Don't get me wrong, like, but they have to really click for me. Like, that's the thing. There are some turn-based games that Metaphor is coming to Game Pass. There are some turn-based games that I really love, like the Third Age and this Expedition 33 game. But then there's some turn-based games that just don't really speak to me. Like there's that Like a Dragon game that came out a few years ago. Yeah, there's a couple of like games that are turn-based that I don't especially enjoy. To a degree, but it's not turn-based with live-action concepts like Expedition 33. Expedition 33 combat made me feel more Legend of Dragoon. Okay, Legend of Dragoon. Okay, all right. Yeah, Paper Mario. That's another series that I enjoy the turn-based mechanics in. And Expedition 33 kind of reminded me a bit of Paper Mario, but the QTE stuff. You can like, yeah. I think Mario RPG also may be a bit Expedition 33 kind of because of the. Like you said, the live action stuff in the combat. Alright, well, I haven't had dinner or lunch. I really haven't been hungry, but now I'm kind of feeling it. So I think I'm going to get some Chipotle. The other half has been gone and out with her friend all day. But I think I'm going to get some Chipotle. Greedy Waffles, are you here? Greedy Waffles? Paging Greedy Waffles? Greedy Waffles, are you around? Greedy Waffles? Greedy. Is Greedy Waffles there? He might be gone. I'll have to talk to him in the DMs. I was thinking maybe we could see that Thunderbolts movie today. He might be busy though. Alright, well, I'm going to review the footage and see if this mic setup is actually good, because I actually don't mind... I don't mind this. I don't know if I would do this a lot, but I kind of like the vibe of just walking around with the mic. I think it's kind of a cool vibe. This mic is shaped like a sandwich. Yeah, so that's going to be it for me today, folks. Appreciate everyone for swinging by, saying hey. Appreciate any lurkers, chatters, of course. This was a experimental concept for me of just organizing my game room while testing my computer. And this test seems okay. I'm gonna keep using the bare basics for streams for another week or so, and then maybe I'll add back in like ReactBot or something like that. But this seems to be okay. It seems to be okay. I really need to test using like the Elgato. It's plugged in right now, but it's not. Of course, it's not being used. So I think Monday we'll play a game that I have to use the Elgato for, maybe like a PS5 game or something like that. Other than that, the test is okay. The test is a-okay. So I mean, Lucy said it in the Discord. Maybe it's lurk bait causing the problem, which was a bit of like it was a thought in my mind because we added lurk bait about a month ago at this point, and the computer has been freezing since then. It wasn't freezing every time, but it was pretty often. So I'm wondering if lurk bait is the problem. That could very well be it. So I'm gonna keep lurk bait off. That'll be the last thing I add back if I do add it back. I feel like at this point, if my streams are okay for like a month straight and I have not activated lurk bait, then I can point to that as being the problem. So I know a lot of people were enjoying the fishing. I was too. I thought it was a fun little thing to do. But if it causes my computer to freeze and blue screen, we're probably not going to use it anymore. Probably going to do anymore. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling pretty jazzed about this stream so far. Like I said, I was running everything I normally do. Chatbot, OBS, 2 microphones, which is more than usual. I got Discord up in the background. I have YouTube playing. I got Touch Portal on and ready to go. I have my light on and everything like that. So this test is okay. This test is okay. And the next test will be actually playing a game. We'll actually play a game on Monday. See how that goes. The one thing that kind of was weird was when the guy was working on it, he was like, yeah, I pulled up streams on YouTube and Twitch and watched them or had them playing, and it never gave me any problems. And I was like, well, I'm not watching a stream when it freezes. I am streaming. And that's when I sent him a bunch of the VODs from when the stream froze and crashed. Just to show him actually what was happening, which is great. Like, you know, it's actually like a bit of like a silver lining that it did happen while I was streaming, so I could have the moment like etched in history. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm pretty confident at this point with the 64 gigs of RAM. Right now, like I said, it's at like 32 degrees over there for the CPU. Maybe I should pull up. Let me pull up the my temperature gauge here. So in Fahrenheit, why is it? It's not. There we go. In Fahrenheit, the GPU is running a bit hot, 117 degrees, but the fans haven't kicked on yet. Yeah, the fans haven't. The GPU fans haven't kicked on. But I think that's kind of like in the range of normalcy there. CPU temperature, Fahrenheit around 99 to 110, which is normal. And they tested everything. They overclocked everything. So I don't think it's a temperature problem, because if it was an overclock issue with like maybe the CPU was getting too hot or the GPU was getting too hot, that would have shown up when they were running all those tests. And it also would be happening when I was just playing game. Like I was playing Doom: The Dark Ages the day before I took it out there.
Goodbye,
Greedy.
sex bug. Have a good rest of da stream. Talk to
Hold on,
y'all
Greedy.
later.
Greedy,
Bye,
hold on.
bitch.
Are you busy tonight? Do you want to see that movie? Do you want to see the Thunderbolts movie? I was calling your name probably about 15 minutes ago. I was calling out for you. Thunderbolts. I want to see Thunderbolts tonight. You gotta work. All right. Well, have a good day at work. Sad. Tomorrow actually might work. I'm going to a family picnic for a day early Memorial Day thing, but I'm sure I could work around that. perhaps. Tomorrow should work. Tomorrow should work. I'll talk to you. Have a good day at work. I'm actually going to end it here, folks, as well. We're going to end it here. Once again, thank you to everyone who came by the stream today. Do appreciate that. Thank you to Massive Monster YouTube channel for the Lo-Fi Lamb beats to indoctrinate your followers to. Cheaper tickets on Monday? I don't know. For a holiday? I don't know. Maybe they might not. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I feel like the hype for Thunderbolts is done, so the theater will probably be pretty empty. But yeah, appreciate everyone for coming by, of course. Watch me put games away. Like I said, this whole setup, like with standing and talking on a mic, I see why people like it. It's not too bad of a setup. But I will be getting back to normalcy on Monday, so yeah, Monday I'll probably do a Saturday type stream where we start around like 10, 11, probably more like 10, and then I'll stream for a couple hours. We'll see what happens. But yeah, once again, thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate you for stopping by. Make sure you check out the latest podcast stuff. I haven't really been able to post much because my computer's been gone, but latest episode of Film Freaks is out right now. We talked about the movie Nope from 2022. The next episode is going to be next week, where we talk about You're Next. You're Next. I had to remember there. From like 2011, 2013. And then also, latest episode of Fair 64 is out. Talked spoiler talk for Expedition 33, if you want to check that out. Plus Doom the Dark Ages and other things as well. This next episode will be... Well, it's going to be the second to the last one before the Switch 2 comes out. But I'm sure I'll have some stuff to talk about for sure. I mean, I haven't played a lot this week because my computer's been at the shop, so it's going to be probably a pretty light episode, but those come out on Mondays. And then have a good Memorial Day. If I don't hear from you, Discord link is down below, or it sometimes shows up in the chat. But if I don't hear from you, have a good Memorial Day. Thank you to our veterans. Appreciate you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on these days. Like, thank you, veterans. That's all you gotta say. Thank you. Thank you for being a veteran. Thank you for defending our country. Other than that, everything else is at Yummy the Ferret. Fubar Ferret is back, folks. Don't forget, Fubar Ferret is back. Those are releasing monthly at this point. The next episode will be next week. I believe that with the way that the first lands, I believe next week is going to be... Yeah, I believe the episode's going to be on the 30th. The next episode's for the 30th. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. I feel like the output for Fubar Ferret, I've recorded a lot of episodes, by the way. I'm about 6 months out with episodes. I feel like the episodes have been really good, and I can't wait for you all to hear them. But I'm going to keep to my schedule, because if I decide to do more than one episode every month, I believe I will get burned out again, and I don't want that, because I love Fubar Ferret. But yeah, make sure you check that out. That's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. And yeah, everything else is at Yummy the Ferret, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram. Not on Instagram too much, but you know. All right, I'm going to stop yapping, and let's go ahead and do the closing. Appreciate you all once again. I will see you all on Monday. Have a good rest of your week, and so long. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing.